What's going on, guys? Dylan here, and today we are going to be continuing off from the last episode of Doki Doki Summertime. I really like Doki Doki Summertime so far. It's a really good. And last time we got a Natsuki's email, and now we're going to go on a date, quote unquote date, but the main character thinks it's a date. They're gonna go to that cafe and read My Hero Academia. So let's just continue on from there. Yesterday, I told Mom about my Yesterday, I told Mom about my meeting today with Natsuki. She seems excited about it, while I'm still rather worried about how it'll go. After she gave me some money to spend on the bakery today, she started giving me tips on what I should look out for during a one-on-one meetup. I assured her that at least 3 times everything will be fine. We'll just read together, eat a little something, chat, then say goodbye. What else would we do? What else would we do, guys? That's the real question. If I can manage that without it becoming awkward, I'll consider it a win, especially with how my last attempts went. Dad still brings up from time to time, but I don't even want to think about it. It's probably best for all of these thoughts to put aside for now and focus on the task at hand, getting ready for this. Is it really a date, though? I don't want to get ahead of myself and act like it is when I don't even know if she likes me or not. Yeah, I don't want to be getting too ahead of myself. Yesterday we were having a nice chat when she went cold, but then gave me her email address. Girls are weird, man. I can agree. I can attest to that. I neatly packed away the manga in my bag. It has been a long time since I read these, so there's other reasons for looking forward to our reading session. God, I have to get back into the whole reading visual novel thing. All dressed up, I check to see if I've got everything I need before leaving. And we're off to freaking meet Natsuki. This is gonna be pretty epic. After getting on a bus, I shortly arrive at the shop closest to the stop. I don't know. I could walk there, but since it's at a part of town I don't know that well, it's probably better to get here earlier so I'll have time to look for the bakery. Oh, we're going to a bakery. That's pretty epic. Here I am. It's the streets where I should find the place. However, the numbers of the houses seem way off compared to what I'm supposed to be looking for. It doesn't help that the address literally had 2 numbers in it. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to waste, so I just start walking in hopes to get closer to the spot. Walking around this unfamiliar area feels like I'm on a quest where my decision ultimately decides my fate will bring. That's a little dramatic, I gotta say. That gives me an idea. Maybe I'll find the bakery sooner if I change my approach. Should I change my approach? You know what? I'm feeling a bit risky. Let's change my approach. That didn't make a difference. I still have to walk to the same location no matter how I look at it. I guess that literally had no importance whatsoever. As I'm nearing the venue, my anxiety grows and I start getting doubts that how things will go. It all seems so much easier for the characters in manga. Isn't it supposed to be like that? Things happen naturally without people worrying what to do or how it will turn out? I mean, it works out for those characters usually, so why wouldn't it be like that for me too? Well, you are in a visual novel, so technically it should work out for you. I still don't get what I did wrong last time. Yeah, maybe I was a little awkward, but I was acting like a really nice guy. You don't want to be a nice guy. So you could be a nice guy, but you don't want to be a nice guy. You know what I mean? Isn't that what matters the most? Even if Dad makes fun of me for it, it's what I've been told all the people around me, that many people can just be wrong. That's why democracy works so well. Wait, are we a democracy? At this moment, I arrive at what appears to be the bakery. This is it. I'm not sure because there aren't any pictures showing the outside. There aren't any other bakeries inside. It's also has the same name written above the entrance. There are some cakes put out on display too. I'm about 70% sure this is it. I let out a sigh. Well, I mean, if this is the bakery, with the name and address and everything, I get it. It's going on a date. It makes sense that he's thinking about it way too much. Before opening the door, I look behind me and attempt to see the world one last time for today. I might walk home with my eyes locked on the ground from feeling so embarrassed. Again. Dun, dun. The sweet smell of freshly baked delicates around me after taking a step inside. It all looks rather inviting with the simple decorations and neatly lit displays filled with all sorts of colorful food items. The one employee that I see gives me a modest smile and greeting me briefly. I say hi and tell her I'll be ordering shortly. It shouldn't be hard to find Natsuki since she looks so cute compared to all the other girls I know. That's a fact. Just as I turn my head a second time to look around, I notice her looking up from what appears to be manga. The cover features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. Our eyes meet and look of intrigue on her face develops into a pout as she puts down the manga and subsequently crosses her arms. Oh great, here we go. She's looking at the back of the manga as I approach her. I told you not to be late. I was waiting for at least half an hour. That can't be right. I checked the time to see for myself. Although I'm late, it's only by 2 minutes. One of those minutes probably passed while I was entering the shop and sitting down in front of her. Sorry to hear that, Natsuki, but why did you arrive so early? You knew when I was going to get here. I just didn't want to... It doesn't matter. Oh, Natsuki's the best. At least I had this quality piece to keep me company while we were getting lost in a straight road. She raises the manga as I read. She raises the manga she was reading to show me the cover, extending her arm so I can get a closer view. I feel she's doing it more to show her enthusiasm rather than helping me to read it better. The cover reads Parfait Girls. This is the one she told me about yesterday. Just by looking at it, one word blares in my mind. Moe. So, did you bring the manga you promised? It's in the bag. Don't get ahead of yourself, my cock. Let me guess. My name. I forgot. Let me guess. You've only got one copy? Yeah, of course. Why? Then move your chair so we can read it at the same time. Whoa, this is a bit sudden. She really is full of enthusiasm when it comes to manga. Don't get any ideas. I just don't want to be staring at like a creep while I'm reading. I try to give her a comforting smile as she pouts in return. Although I cross my mind while placing my chair and myself closer to her, I feel pretty nicely this close to a cute girl like Natsuki. This is big Pog moment, I gotta say. This is pretty epic. This is a pretty epic gamer moment. Although I have a faint sense of danger like I'm petting a tiger that's distracted by a big slice of meat, I could get mauled at any time if I make a wrong move. A faint chuckle escapes my mouth as I imagine her in a tiger outfit with cat ears and playfully saying roar. That image is just too cute. Okay, that's a little weird. I gotta say that's a little weird. What's so funny? You better not say if it's a spoiler. Don't worry, I won't say it. It's probably better not to tease her after sitting right next to her. It wouldn't like to test how hard she can hit, even though her frame suggests she couldn't do a lot of damage. I take out the first volume and hand it over to her. She snatches it from my hand with a level of excitement I kinda envy. Lucky for me, she's not a fast reader either, and I can keep up with the pace as she's reading it. I don't even read every line, rather I just take in the combination of artwork and dialogue I haven't seen in a long time. The feeling of nostalgia shines within me. Ha ha ha, this boy, seriously, he doesn't even have a quirk, and he's kind of quirky anyway. Oh, you don't have a quirk, you can't Okay, that line's kind of annoying. I can see that. Her facial expression changes as there are heartfelt moments, funny dialogue, and conflict. She's genuinely enthralled by it. She stops at one of the panels where the protagonist is shown exercising with some weights at home. I feel her elbow jab on my side. Whoa, what's the deal? Hey, do you even lift, my hawk? Wow, you're a softie. Maybe. Wow. She just said a freaking meme, dude. She said a meme. The epic memes, dude. But I could probably lift you. Really? Not that I would let you, dummy. Maybe if you eat well, you could get strong enough to literally sweep me off my feet. That would be actually pretty funny. Natsuki might, the buffet girls of the land. She flexes her arm and shows off what looks like placeholders for muscles. My imagination creates an image of how she would look if she was even more muscular than All Might. I don't like that one. I've seen too many images, Doki Doki images of the girls look like JoJo characters, and that is kind of disturbing. No, I don't like the image at all. Go back to the cute tiger, Natsuki. What's that face for? Scared of a little girl? Well, Either way I answer, I'm going to look bad. I'll try to change the subject to something that grabs her attention. I was just thinking, do you already have breakfast? No, neither have I. Let's go get something to eat. We walk over to the counter and ask the employee for a cup of coffee while we browse the displays. My mouth waters just looking at all the selections. Oh, you gotta get my robot voice. Here's your coffee. Would you like to have with it? I'd like these chocolate chip cookies. How about you, Natsuki? I don't have enough money on me. It's really convenient that I have more than enough money. I'll have to thank Mom later for being so forward thinking. We could pool our money together and buy you food as well. I can't accept that. Look, if that's what you're worried about, I promise I won't ever hold it against you. Go ahead and pick whatever you like. Her eyes glisten as I say that. Anything? I give a reassuring nod. Without hesitation, she points out a slice of cake. It's a bit on the pricier side, but I feel it's a special occasion, so I'll go along with her wishes. Anything else? I got my coffee and cookie. I also look over at Natsuki, who speaks to me in a lowered voice. Can I get a hot chocolate too? And a cup of hot chocolate, please. This is how you be a real gentleman on a date. Natsuki smiles more genuinely than I ever seen her do. Granted, I only met her yesterday. We take a seat next to each other. Shutting down. We take a seat next to each other. These pastries taste amazing. Natsuki had her own piece of cake so quickly I almost thought she wanted to race me. This hot chocolate is so delicious. It doesn't take her long until she finishes both her drink and the slice of cake. She is even faster than me. My cock? Yes, Natsuki? Thanks, I guess. I'm glad you enjoyed it. You know, I was thinking... Remaining 2 choices. Probably these 2. Baking for special occasions. There was a couple of cakes on display in the bakery that reminded me of the ones Natsuki brought on Monday. I wonder if she's going to make some in the near future. I'd love to find out how good she is at it. You like baking a lot, don't you? Yeah, what about it? Remember how you brought your own cupcakes on Monday? I just wanted to ask. Do you bake these often or only for special occasions? I do it now and then. It's not entirely up to me. I try to make something for everyone as a special occasion, but other times it's for, well, I just feel like it sometimes, okay? Do you think you'll make some more in the near future? I don't know. Don't expect me to predict the future and tell you how things are going to go. Besides, you're a big boy. You wouldn't want to bake a batch for yourself. Well, I'd never really done it before. What? Do you need someone to hold your hand to get started? Actually, I wouldn't mind that from her. Maybe I should introduce you to Clarence. That's not the helping hand I was looking for. But he's probably too busy to teach you for free. I don't know who else I could recommend. It would be nice if Natsuki helped me herself. Who knows, maybe even I could teach her a few things in exchange. I have someone in mind who could help me. I just don't know if she has the time for it. She looks at me in wild eyes and pauses for a moment. Suddenly, her expression changes into a tone and her voice becomes condescending. Yeah, you should definitely ask your mom. That's what I would do if I were you. She does have a point, although it's not the reason I don't press the subject. I can feel it in the way that she had last sentence that something's bothering her about this. I should talk about something else instead. How'd you get into manga? Natsuki is the only girl I ever met who was interested in manga. Well, the only one I met in person, that is. Back when I was a boy, I used to pester Mom to buy me something after I saw a really cool cover art in the store. Funnily enough, I didn't even finish that one since her pacing was too slow for my young mind and short attention span. However, it was so a good starting point to get me interested in manga. Since when I moved on to the video games because I felt like they were more mature and catered to my slightly less short attention span. By the way, how did you get interested in manga, Natsuki? I know you probably hear this question a lot by now. Not really. When I was a little kid, Mom used to buy them for me each time we spent a long time shopping. I was really a slow reader, so it entertained me even on our way home. I still have the first one she bought me. What was it? Parfait Girls, duh. Of course, it's not the only one I read, it's just my favorite. How are you liking My Hero Academia so far? It's awesome! It kinda makes me wish I had a person like All Might too. You know, someone who can look up to. Your dad isn't that? He's not like that at all. She doesn't go on and gives me a stern look like that mistakenly says, drop the subject. I comply. We continue reading the manga in silence. Just like before, she occasionally lets out a few chuckles and reacts to things happening in the story. It's probably something to be expected, but she really dislikes bullies, judging by her comments. Rereading the older volumes, I noticed a lot of detail I missed when I was younger. For example, I had no clue about the character's archetype is a point of one of these panels. What do you think about this character? I like her so far. Why? Hey, don't start spitting spoilers now. She reminded me of the character's archetype. You know what a tsundere is, right? What are you getting at? She kind of reminds me of you, Natsuki, because you're a tsundere. I'm not a tsundere, you baka. I mean, you're kind of just proving my point right now. Just to emphasize her point, she shoves her fist into my shoulder. Hey, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I actually like this type. You what? Just shut up already. I want to read more before I have to go home. Well, what time do you have to get home? She checks the time and her rosy cheeks turn to an upset expression. I have to go now, otherwise I won't get home on time. Why so soon? Are you not allowed to stay out more than a couple of hours? She lets out an exaggerated sigh. It's more complicated than that, but I don't want to get into it. Are you staying here? Because if you aren't, can I let you give me a hand with carrying some stuff? That's an unusual way of asking for help, but I'm happy to help her. Sure, what do you need help with? We're going to buy groceries and you're going to carry the heavier bag. If you can't handle it, that is. I'm pretty sure I can handle anything you throw at me. We'll see about that. We pack away our manga and bring back the mugs and place to the counter. Pog. After we make our exit, music can be heard in the distance. Sounds like that rock band called Radio something. Radio, is it like Radiohead? The shop Natsuki takes me to is a small deli 10 minutes walk from the bakery. After entering the store, she hands me a sturdy shopping bag and has been used before, probably many times. So what are we getting? Or what are you getting? Ingredients for food, as much as I can. We'll be able to carry that many things? Of course. Unfortunately, I don't see the use in buying so many things that you can't make it all home. I'm probably just overthinking it again. I'll let go of the thought. So he grabs all sorts of items from the shelves. There are two commonalities between them. The ingredients for food and all of them are rather cheap. Flour, eggs, UHT milk, sugar, pasta, frozen veggies, canned beans, sausages, and a few pieces of fruit. I assume she already has some stuff at home. This reminds me of things I'd find in an emergency shelter, except for the fruit, I guess. She pays all of it with cash. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, so she had to take out the bag of fruit. Do you need some help with that, Natsuki? No, I can handle it on my own. Jeez, okay. I can see how it can be wrong to offer my help to somebody who's clearly in a bad spot. For a moment, I thought about asking her again, but judging by the way she rejected my help, it would most likely just make things worse. We paid for everything and put them in his two separate bags. One is clearly more stuffed than the other. Do you mind disobeyed? Natsuki grabs the smaller one. Typical. Well, what? You're the dude. You literally said you'd help him. You said you'd help her out to begin with, so why are you getting mad about that? After leaving the shop, I start taking steps towards the bus stop before looking back at her. She's looking at me and I'm doing this. Am I doing something wrong? Aren't we taking the bus? No, it's not worth it. Our house is about 10 minutes away. Can't just walk that distance? Why do I feel like I'm going shopping with my mom all of a sudden? Fine. It's just, she said. Her house wasn't far from the store. On the way there, I tried to maintain small talk, but I was cut off by her phone ringing. From what I could tell, Monica was on the other end of the line. I think they were talking about having some meeting in the next day. Same place, same time, she said. Asking her about the others in the club, she quickly changed the subject to all the other people she disliked in school. Judging by her negative attitude, even I could make that list had she known me before. Oof. We're here. Thanks for lugging the heavier bag. Now you're just making it obvious. Do I get at least something for helping out? Huh? I already said thanks. I look off to the side and let out a brief sigh. Should have expected this. Well, I guess it was nice to talking in the bakery. Yeah, I guess. This is only getting more awkward. I'll see you another time, Natsuki. Maybe. I don't know. Bye. Without another word, she turns around and closes the door in my face. Man, this isn't really the goodbye I was hoping for. Am I just acting entitled? As I'm talking to the first ex home, I try to figure out where I could have went wrong. God dang it. God dang it. I'm so mad. Everything failed. Everything is wrong. The world is hopeless. Whoa. Didn't even have to read that one. I think that's where I'm gonna end this episode here. I'm gonna try doing if you want, I'm gonna try keeping it with smaller, more concise episodes than longer ones, because I feel like that's better in terms of like what people want to watch. If people want to watch the longer ones, then leave a comment below, whatever. Same with editing style. I'm trying to keep these more like, not as heavily edited, because it's just mainly reading, and I'm just trying to talk. It's just reading, and I just want to keep it entertaining, just like read all the way through, like you're just sitting next to me and you're just reading along, and we're just like watching an anime or something. So I'm just trying to keep it more. But if you don't like this style and you want to see it more heavily edited, then you could always just leave it in the comments for anyone who watches. So yeah, I guess that's about it. So hopefully I'll see you guys in the next episode. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.